And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates Postmod. I'm Captain Mirak of the new heavy cruiser GCS Hurl as we continue our campaign against rocks and asteroids, it would appear. Anyway, as of last time, we accidentally smashed into an asteroid. Although, to do that, we were smashing a King Eagle into an asteroid, and that was just fun. So I'm going to chalk that up as a positive anyway, despite the fact we lost our ship, because we lost a command cruiser, but we went up to a fast battle cruiser, which has more firepower in all regards. So kind of a plus there. So, since we need to regenerate a whole ton of prestige that we recently spent on our brand new fast battlecruiser, let's set out into space and see what sort of damage we can run into. An MBT-10 patrol is an excellent way to start the day. After all, we get to have a straight-up battle with our brand new firepower, especially we're a fast cruiser. I don't think I've ever been in a fast battlecruiser. I've never wasted the time on them. They are quicker, as the name would imply, than your average battlecruiser, but at the expense of firepower. I do believe we're missing 2 F-type plasma torpedoes off this ship, so that might be a little bit of a problem if we face, actual full-on proper battlecruisers or dreadnoughts, but 2 S-type plasma torpedoes is a fairly significant amount of firepower anyway, and it was a stretched step up from our Allosaurus-class command cruiser. So we're going to kick on the speed. We are capable of doing a speed of about a 19 while charging all systems. There is indeed the enemy heavy cruiser. Let's make sure we have a wheeled weasel ready to rock and or roll, and pop up 1 ECM, 1 ECCM, and see exactly what he is. He's a K7RB, the Stella. Could have another name on top of that, but it may just be the Stella. And I need to make sure that my hard points are ready. They are not. So this is 1. And that's 2. Lovely. Shield reinforcement is active, so we're good on that one. So the plan will be to wait for it, and no longer waiting for it. As we turn away, and full power to engines! Zoom. We're going to see if we can't avoid his return fire. He has 2 Fs, 2 Ss, so he actually outguns us pretty considerably. It's rather terrifying. He's managed to fire a fairly significant amount of those plasma torpedoes, but I don't think he shot everything. What's my current power value? I have enough. Fire probe. What you got left? What did you leave? You left 1 S-type plasma torpedo on the side that I'm currently on. Should not have done that. I should have turned that off, but no, I forgot to, because I constantly forget to do that. So he does indeed have a single S-type plasma torpedo, which he can throw right in our face, which would be very unfortunate, because we'd prefer not to take it. I do, however, want to get a pair of plasma torpedoes into him, and let's see if I can stop in time. Oh, no, you son of a... Please hit, please hit, please hit. Good. I was very, very worried they wouldn't hit. So, oh, it is the Stella Acceptor. I'm normally used to the Flamma Acceptor. Okay, so we did manage to hit him and get a couple of phaser shots in besides. His power is off, our power is also off, but at the same time, we can prep another Wild Weasel. He will have one prepared very shortly as well. I would like to get a grip on him. Maybe not the best strategy ever, but I do have 10 phaser ones, and I'd like to take advantage of them. I forgot I need to do that, otherwise it breaks on me. He's doing a speed of 5.8, which is not very quick at all. I would like to, if you don't mind, top on front, put a mine right there, hold and select. Please don't hit me. What do you mean he's not hitting that? Are you kidding? He couldn't be more on top of that if he tried. And doing a speed of 5.8, no less. Oh, we got him, okay. He's coming out of cloak. We want to let him go right now. Bye. Yeah, that's why. So we managed to collapse a couple of our screens, which is not good. But he does outgun us fairly heavily plasma-wise, so it's not the biggest thing in the world. We have managed to get a pretty good amount of his shields down. He's lost basically half of them. Screens 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all offline for him. Pick up the pace. That should be at the edge of range. As long as we're not good, we're not. So we should be able to outrun this one, no problem. We have knocked out 2 of his phaser 2s, whereas our phaser 2s, well, are non-existent, but our phaser 1s are completely fine, as are our plasma torpedoes, aside from a little bit of stun damage, but other than that, they're okay. It doesn't really matter if they've taken light damage there. It just means they're more vulnerable to being broken, but other than that, they are okay for now. How much power do I currently have? My phaser capacitor is fully charged, so there's that. I have 0.16, 0.2, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So I have no additional power at the moment, but I can maintain a speed of 31 while charging these plasma torpedoes, which, that's nice. We'll keep the port side towards the enemy. That should help out just a little bit. How's the electronic countermeasure system? Yeah, we'll shut you off. We'll shut you... may as well shut you off. You're not generating anything for me anyway. I do have a plasma torpedo just about ready to go. Ooh, if you show me your stern, I will have 2 plasma torpedoes ready to go. So we will have me bow onto him. I do want to be prepared to break away, which, you know, is going to happen. Oh, should have fired those one at a time. What am I thinking? He's going to wild weasel this. But that's not the worst thing in the world. Because... I'll stop. A little bit of a dangerous maneuver here, but I think this will work. Wait for it to go away. The attack shift will drop to 0, and we'll return fire. We'll pick up the space a bit, or we'll try to anyway. We currently have no speed, and he will be able to maneuver before we can. I didn't count for that. Well, actually, no, I had been thinking about it the whole time he had been sitting there. Haha, you jerk! I was fast enough this time. Full power, full power, full power. And mine. Oh, good. He reacted to that way more heavily than I would have. I would have said, screw your space mine, I've got 2 more plasma torpedoes with 50 damage with your name on it. But that works out okay. Fix the phasers, fix the engines. So we did take some pretty nasty damage doing that, but the thing is, we did it. Okay, maybe we didn't get away with it quite as cleanly as I'd been hoping. Defense systems. Yeah.
Point defense online.
That's the one. Oh wow, I still have an aft shield. I was not expecting to have an aft shield after that one. Okay, so we have 1 plasma torpedo offline. That gives us a lot of additional power just to throw into other things while it gets repaired. But we can go wide on this one for now. We did take some nasty hits on that one, but we're okay. That's kind of the important thing here. So we'll get our phasers fixed, and then our plasma torpedo fixed, and really we're probably going to hang at range for a little bit. Really did suck that we missed our plasma torpedo, but we did manage to avoid being hit by a whole ton of plasma torpedoes. We got hit by 1, 2, yeah, just a couple of them. I was ready for that, though. I was definitely, absolutely ready for him to just suddenly turn around and blast me. Because I had been thinking about it as I was pulling in the stop. I was like, do I have a shuttle? I have a shuttle. And the moment I knew that, I knew it was all going to be nice and safe from there. Of course, it does mean that we wasted, or not wasted, used a wild weasel. Wasted would imply that we got nothing for it. No, we got stuff for it, all right. So we had to use a wild weasel, which is going to necessitate a return home soon just to restock and rearm the ship. But that's a small price to pay. I really do think that to be the case. Okay, we're going to slowly kind of spiral in on him. He's got an attack shift going, you jerk. Well, if you're going to do that, then I'm going to respond in kind. I'm going to go 1 for 1. And I would like to get a probe on you to figure out exactly what it is I'm getting involved in. It's on the probe. We're starting to ask for a lot of power systems. We're at range. That's fine. So as long as I'm here, I'm okay. I did not think you could shoot that far over the shoulder. Yeah, we're gonna lose our aft shield. At least we didn't lose the plasma torpedo. Yeah, I did not expect him to have that far over the shoulder of a reach. Otherwise, I would have done something about it. So we're no longer... Ooh, he's starting to outgun me. He's beating me. That did not work out as well as planned. Are we going to be able to get away from that? That'll be the real question. We do have our point defense system engaged, so there's that operating for us. How's my electronic countermeasure system? I have no additional power for that, so not well at all. Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Decoy is ready. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to prep another one. Oh good, it's burning out. There we go. So we didn't even have to use our phasers for point defense before we can come back in. So he's used 2 of them, but he staggered them pretty good, so he has 2 more. He's actually being good enough to be able to keep me away. He knows that if he can keep me away, he has a serious advantage because he's got plasma advantage. We have a phaser advantage, a significant phaser advantage. So he is trying to operate within those confines. But I have this. I have this. Shoot, it's still offline. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it. Because he's gonna risk it. That's kind of the point. We're about to risk things together. Let's make mistakes together. Forward shield, all the reinforcement, because we're going to need it, because we still have to stare down an entire barrage from him, but we're going to pick up the pace and run right on into him. And he's going to pick up the pace and run right into us. Oh, this is not good on so many levels. How is he in an attack shift? Oh, yeah, because he still has the bug. Hi! Surprise! Ah! Damn it. I was just too quick for it. Just too fast for it.
Going to restore power.
I was so hoping... Oh, crap. He's got a plasma S-torpedo on this side. Marines, I require your assistance. Never mind. Well, actually, no. You may as well. Thank you. Okay, so we have a plasma advantage now. As I was saying. Hi, buddy. I got you. You know I've got you. Give up, surrender, give in. You've got a single pair of phaser 2s. He put up a good fight, he did. But at the end of the day, a fast cruiser was superior to him. A little more systems damage to him. Let's just keep him under control. If I wanted to, how many Marines? You have 4? I'm missing one of my transporters. So it'd be a lot of work to get you stolen. So I'm not really sure that would be worth it. I mean, really, is your ship something that I want to steal? Not likely. So we're just going to bring our phasers. Oh, I was actually kind of hoping that would kill you. I was expecting it would. There we go. Alright, so that was close. Almost managed to not get through that one. As we took a couple of nasty hits as we're still kind of getting our eye dialed in for counter-plasma combat. It's not the easiest tactic in the world to have to deal with. Although, when you accomplish it, you feel like a badass. When you don't, well, you get hit by a lot of plasma, and it's not particularly pleasant. So we're going to pop back home for a resupply. We took 97 damage on that one. Throw ourselves the 4 admin shuttles we've been using. The mines and the spare parts, always important to get back up. After all, we need all the advantages we can get. We have a lot fewer Marines, I've just noticed, which I'm not super happy about. Hi, the pressure is real. Keep the patrols going. We really want to take this planet. It's for several reasons. The more planets that you have, the more economic power that you have. The more economic power that you have, well, the better everything is. Because it allows you to buy better ships, which is really nice. That's really the only thing. Having a higher economy doesn't actually get you better rewards, I don't believe, anyway. I've never noticed that in our several years of playing this game at this point. But it would be nice if it actually worked that way. But then again, you would snowball really hard at that point. Alright, let's increase the speed time. We're all set up for all our combat. We have our... Oh, you're a large cage monster. Really? Is that it? I mean, I'm not complaining, but it does change how we're going to be mixing our shield reinforcement. Swap it to 360 because his Hellbore is not going to care. And we don't have to worry about decoys, and you know what? I can actually make use of suicide shuttles. I don't often get to use suicide shuttles. So, okay, bounce it, take a little bit of shield damage, that's okay, start to slow down, because we're going to have to hold on to you with everything. We don't really have to, but it makes life a little bit easier for trying to lob suicide shuttles at people. Which, you know, we're going to have to work on. Okay, also I don't think you can counter my, I don't think he has a way to counter this. Oh, he does! Oh wow, he harmed my ship systems a lot. Hi! Surprise! Oh, did it not go? Where do you think you're going, then? Come back here. I had a suicide shuttle all prepared for you, and for some reason I didn't accidentally launch it, which is a bit irritating because I thought I had. Alright, come back around to me. Have some of this. Ugh, the shield's still holding is a miracle. You. Go. Okay, so it is going. Lovely. So anchor him. And he got hit by that. And the other shuttle. Where do you think you're going? I'm just going to hold on to you. There we go. We've knocked out all of them. So he actually came kind of close to being able to knock out our systems. But he didn't have quite enough. I don't think he's pushing me toward an asteroid. He might be trying, but we're basically taking away any of his ability to actually do that. We're not going to waste any more shuttles. We've already won. And he knows it. So we're just going to sit here and lay into him until he dies. I'm really surprised that a monster showed up on this mission. Normally you would only run into, well, other vessels instead of monsters. Otherwise it'd be a monster hunt. There we go. Not terrible at all. Hopefully it pays out really well. Those ships have a somewhat inflated battle value. So I'm hoping, I have my fingers crossed. Because if so, then a fairly easy fight for a decent amount of prestige. If he pays out well. That'll be the real thing to find out. 328 is not bad. Okay, we work with that. Empire defense is down to 10. We've almost got the planet. Oh, we're close. And a planetary assault. Okay. Let's saddle up for some fun now. So we are going to be attacking a planet, which is always a difficult prospect, but we did bring some friends. We brought the USS Pollux, which is a carrier, and the C. Lewis, which is also a carrier. Those are useless to us, so not great. Oh, by the way, it's a TOS carrier. As you can see, it's got the original series title in the cells, and then it's got a through deck. Let's see if I... Nope, I don't have a camera view that shows me the front of him. But he doesn't have a forward communications deflector dish. He instead has an additional opening for a shuttle bay. So that entire engineering section is a through deck. We got another King Eagle. We will try to avoid smashing into rocks this time, as that might be a little bit desirable. The problem is, though, of course, that those carriers are worthless at fighting the planet. They don't know how to do it. They will freak out about it, and also it's a PLPH, and that's just going to make it a difficult planet to fight anyway. Increase the speed of time. We're going to do donuts a bit, because I fully anticipate I'm going to let the fighters do all of the heavy lifting on the King Eagle. Because the King Eagle is, well, he's fairly powerful, but incredibly vulnerable to fighters. He's only got 4 phaser ones. Oh, there's 2 of them. Huh. That's an interesting problem. You're still incredibly weak to fighters, so I will take that on an advisement. There's his R-type. He's got 2 Fs. There's his F1. There's his other F. Okay, he managed to hit us pretty severely. I probably should not be attempting to run a plasma battle at maximum speed. It tends to be a rather bad idea. This, and I'm not gonna be in position to do anything about that. I'm sorry. Actually, no, the moment I do this... Oh, no, it worked. Okay, so normally it breaks. Mine. Hi, you're mine, buddy. Oh, crap. All weapons fire. Gotta shoot and get away from this King Eagle over here. All their plasma torpedo. Please don't do that. You're gonna make me drift right into your mine. How was that helpful at all? Okay. I need to see which... Okay, he's not going towards me yet, which is important. Because if he comes towards me, we're in trouble. Because I can't launch a shuttle as long as I'm holding on to something. So his stuff is recovering. Hi, which direction are you going? Still not in my way. Okay, lovely. Marines hit and runs. I want this out. I want this out. I want this out. Really shouldn't do this because that's very, very difficult and threatening. Okay, get ready to let him loose. Yeah, let him loose now. Oh no, I shouldn't have because he's facing away from me. Why? Why are you facing away from me, sir? I mean, I'm not complaining. Okay, they said they killed the plasma. You can shoot it backwards? Since when? So apparently he can shoot his plasma torpedoes directly backwards. So that hurt a little bit. He's gone back into cloak. The Shikra. Didn't we kill the Shikra last time? Looks like they've got him mostly managed. Oh yeah, the fighters have him managed. The problem is we have to deal with the Shikra all on our own. So let's charge another one of these. We want to get the ship mostly ready for close range smashy combat. It's what the Gorn do really well. We would like to keep our forward shield reasonably intact, as that can be very helpful. Oh, we're getting awfully close to an asteroid. So let's not hit it. That would be very, very bad. So his R-type plasma torpedo is probably going to be fixed shortly. Are you going to hide behind that? That would actually be a really good plan on your part. I hate cloaking enemies. I hate them so much. Okay, starboard side plasma torpedo is just about ready to go. Port side plasma torpedo is now on the charge. Could grab you and try and smash you into it, but that would be a little bit of a dangerous thing. He's starting to take damage because he's flying right through that dust cloud with no forward shield. So that actually kept his forward shield offline for quite some time for us. And he's still traveling through that dust cloud with no reinforcement. He just doesn't have a shield for it. The more he travels through dust cloud, the weaker he gets. Okay, so they managed to blow up the one King Eagle, whereas we're about to wrap up with the other King Eagle. Tractor beam is charging. As far as oh, his shields are collapsing. Let's get a plasma torpedo out there. Grab him, grab him, grab him! Oh, I didn't grab him in time. Gosh darn it. I was really hoping to basically grab onto him and just screw with him completely. Wait for it. I couldn't wait long enough. I don't want to be here. I don't want that on at all. Good, I'm on the correct side of the ship to keep me protected from that. Let's build some distance because I don't want to have to deal with what's about to happen to me. And if I can build some distance before he explodes, that would also be just a bonus, I suppose. Okay, distance has been built. He has a single plasma torpedo available to him. It is on the other side of the ship, so I imagine he'll... Really? Really? Do that? I have no phasers. Okay. I suppose plasma torpedo. Hi, I've got a much bigger one than you do. I'm not going to take it. I refuse to take it. I will take the loss of the piece of equipment because, yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. Well, he's got a lot of mines on top of him. Somebody should go bounce them. That's 20 damage you got just stacked right on top of him. I mean, I ain't got it. I thought that was fake. I was like, wait a second, there's no possible way that you fixed that R-type plasma torpedo in time to actually hurt me. And lucky for me, that was correct. Okay, on to the planet. So the planet is going to be a singular nightmare, would probably be the best way to describe it. It has 4 S-type plasma torpedoes, or is it 8? I forget. I'm hoping it's 4. But it might be 8. Yeah, okay, so it's 4 S-type plasma torpedoes, as well as his gigantic plasma, or phaser 4, which is going to be difficult to work with, because my S-type torpedo range is his S-type torpedo range, so that's not fun. What we are going to do, however, is we are going to shut off that, because we're going to be relying heavily on forward shield reinforcement. So an S-type plasma torpedo will have a range of 15 out to 20. So we want to get to about 20, well, less than 20 if at all possible, because 30 damage might cut through the shield, maybe. Potentially. Oh well, this is going to be rough and ugly on several ways. Okay, start to slow way downward. 21, 20. And he's also going to weaken them. Oh crap, there is that too. Plasma torpedoes, prepare to fire. Open fire, and I'll stop. I'm actually going to start slipping as close as I can. See, if we were Romulan, this would actually be easy because we would just slip in right next to him under cloak, decloak, fire, cloak, and then repeat that ad nauseum. It's an incredibly effective tactic. What's my current power rating? 30 points of power in the forward shield. I know for a fact that 50 points of power in that forward shield is not good enough to be able to stand up against this planet. On the bright side, though, those fighters are actually going to be soaking up a little bit of firepower for me, so that'll help. Fire, plasma torpedoes, hopefully cut through. Please? Okay, we're through. And we did 5 damage, lovely. So we are probably just outside of his effective plasma torpedo range, although he can deal 60 damage to me if he wants to, even from out here. So that's not ideal. Okay, I lose 10 points of energy if I do that. I think I have to risk it. I have to keep the fire going, because if I don't, then he's just going to recover. And he'll get his shields back up, and then I'll be having to fight through that all over again. So we are getting a little bit of damage through with our plasma torpedoes, but it's not a whole lot. We are not a bombardment ship. We just don't do that job all that efficiently. Although it looks like they have actually managed to knock out another shield. I'm not quite sure if that's because he was trying to reinforce the wrong one and they were just able to slowly whittle through it, or 2 CVSs apparently have enough firepower. Those are, what, 2 strike cruisers or heavy cruisers? I'm not quite sure. Or, by heavy cruisers, I mean heavy cruiser carriers. Just standard ones. They do look pretty cool. I mean, yeah, they're a little bit misshapen from the normal Constitution class that we're kind of used to. But that's fine. Gives us a nice little bit of variety into the looks of ships, which is one of the most important things about this mod. So how many Marines does he have left? He has 18 Marines and we have 30. So it's going to be a little bit more work to actually bombard the planet enough to destroy it. Or at least destroy all the installations on it, which will make it safe for us to get in nice and close, and then knock out those Marines. So it looks like we're killing about 2 Marine teams at a time every time our plasma torpedoes get to fire. He also doesn't appear to be shooting. Okay, I'm not sure why he's not shooting. He still has most of his systems. And we're getting a little bit of work through the armor. It's a real shame those fighters just don't go in close and bombard the planet. Because they've got a lot of firepower. Okay, they don't. These particular fighters have a phaser 3. But you can equip fighters with a lot of firepower. That is a lot of fun. What's the arc on those? So why are they? Oh, because they're phaser 3s. Oh yeah, that would make sense. So we've got to wait for our plasma torpedoes to really do most of the heavy lifting for trying to take out this group. Our phasers is doing a little bit of work, but it's not all that much. Oh yeah, that would probably be partially why. I forgot to do this. We've just reduced our forward shield reinforcement even more, but it will allow us to get accurate fire from longer range and hopefully take away some of that damage reduction that we're currently having to fight. And wait for our electronic countermeasure to get up to full. There we go. 2 plasma torpedoes, that'll increase their damage a little bit. It should help us on the path towards defeating our enemies. Oh, we got something aboard with that one, probe. He's got nothing. Full speed ahead. We gotta get in close and we gotta hit him hard. We've got him down to 7 Marines at this point. Also, we do need to avoid hitting the planet, as that would be bad on many, many levels. 11 health, or distance. Although 11 health would probably not be too far off. Anyway. 8, 7, plasma torpedoes. Now hitting at full damage of 60. Aha. And we're within transporter range. Oh. Okay, that was fake. I didn't think you had anything left. Phasers, fire. Send in the Marines. Send in the Marines? Probe. Okay, so they fixed it and they fired at us. Let's just turn like so that the next time he fires a plasma torpedo, it'll hit the forward shield that we actually have. Although I am a little bit surprised that we actually managed to survive that hit, or at least not survive, but didn't lose the shield from that hit. Any repairs that need to be made? No, we're good. Alright, so that'll be a successful planetary invasion of the neutral territory. That might flip it, but I'm kind of doubting it because it was an Empire Defense of 10 at the time. Normally each one of these attacks is a 5, but sometimes it can flip. So we're just going to have to hope for it. Alright, we've captured it. Alrighty, let's see if that was worth it. At least that's the hope. Cross your fingers. I know mine are certainly crossed. 495 prestige, tile taken. Alright, so that worked out quite nicely, and that also brings us to the end of an episode. Anyway, I've been Mirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to receive a notification every time I post one of these videos. Press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.